Hi everybody, my name is Colleen and I am a paparazzi consultant, and I just wanted to show you how I set up my live videos for my paparazzi sales. I'm going to show you kind of how I package all of my jewelry and get it prepared for my live sale, and then I'm going to show you how I finish up and how I do some shipping. So I'm going to get started first by showing you when I get my package of new jewelry. I get my box of my pretties. What I do is basically go through my box and find all of the same styles. So for instance, this necklace, I have two. I have two available of this necklace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, and actually I'll show you one that's already open. So this one I have three of. So I'm going to take all three of the same exact piece. Two of them are going to stay in the package, and then the other one I'm going to take out of the packaging. So I'm going to have it just like this. I save the package that it comes in, okay? Because eventually I'm going to put it back in this package. So what I do is I put this inside of a Ziploc bag. These work great, this size, it's the quart size. I put the packaging of the one I've opened back in, and all of the other pieces that are the same. So in this case I have the two more. So I put all of this in a bag, just like that. And then the piece that I've taken out, I drop right in the front of the bag, just like that. So this is actually ready to go for my next live video. So when I get my orders in, my box all goes to this first. So I package all of my jewelry just like this. This is how I'm going to show it on my video. So then what I do is, after I've got them all packaged like that, you can see here's all my packages, okay, all my baggies. I have a box. This was, I think this was a paparazzi box that was not a paparazzi one, but you can use any of the paparazzi boxes too. I cut the flaps off, so I just have this piece here, and I just lay all of my baggies that are prepared in this box. And I just finished a video, so I'm kind of low on what I have in here, but usually this is packed full of stuff that I'm going to show on my video. Okay, now some pieces, I have some older pieces, and those pieces don't have packaging, so I just drop it in a baggie by itself without the package. Before I ship, I'll package those up first. But anyway, so this is what my box would look like, except fuller of stuff to show, okay? So then, when I start my live video, I'm in my room here. I have that ready to go, and I basically just pass it over to the other side after I show it. So during my live video, I'm going to grab my piece that I want to show, and I'm going to take my number, which I don't have anymore. Do I have? So I show my number, and then I show my piece along with it, and I give just a brief description. On my live videos, I try not to be too descriptive because people can see this is a gold necklace, a short gold necklace. You don't have to be too descriptive. Now obviously this one has a saying on it, so I would definitely let them know. I show them what earrings come with it, but you don't have to be really detailed. Now what is really helpful, and what I find that a lot of people do appreciate from my live videos, is I tell them how to wear stuff. At least I try to, you know, I mean, like for instance, the yellow that I'm wearing now, a lot of people don't know, pair it with navy blue. It looks great with navy blue. But offer some fashion tips if you can. It doesn't always have to be, you know, this is a gold necklace, this is a silver necklace, this has got rhinestones. It doesn't have to be that. Be more personable. Try to offer fashion tips and, you know, some fashion sense that people are looking to you to be the fashion, oh, I don't even know what to call it. Just, you know, they come to you for fashion advice. I mean, you're the jewelry girl. You're the one that should know how to pair things well. So share that knowledge with them, and they will really appreciate it. And you'll find that people will start following you more for that type of thing. This is not selling jewelry. This is social. People love social. They like to connect with you. So try to connect with them in other ways besides just being, you know, the same as everybody else, you know, just explaining what the jewelry is. They can see that already, okay? So, once I've shown my jewelry, this one, yeah. So once I've shown my jewelry, what I do is I will say, okay, so say, you know, customer number 1 commented number 57. So I will say, okay, 1 sold to so-and-so. I take a packaged one out, and I have these manila envelopes, and I have people's names on them. You can see I've crossed out names, so I reuse these over and over and over again. And if it's a new person, I cross it out and put their name on it. So once I've sold this piece of jewelry, I will drop it right in that person's folder, okay? And then I have another little box over here, which I will show you. So I basically just give them one of the packaged until they're all sold, okay? The last one, like if these 2 sell, and I have the one left that's not in its package, if that one sells as well, then this whole thing drops into their folder, because that way I can go back and look and see what was number 57 if I'm not really sure. I try to keep the numbers with at least one of them, that style, until I'm done processing all the orders. So once I've dropped that into her envelope, this goes over into another box. Let me pan over and I'll show you. So this box here, so I just finished my live show, live video. So this is all stuff that I showed on my last video. So after I've sold the pieces, this goes right into this box. So this is all things that I know have sold, or that I've shown. So that stays there until all of the orders are done. And excuse me. So after my live video, I will post an album with all of these pieces in it, so that people can go to my VIP group and continue to shop from the stuff that they missed on video. So I get just as many sales from the album as I do on video as well. So it's really beneficial to post your album after the fact and let those people that, you know, videos just aren't their thing to watch. You know, those people want to shop too, so don't deny them that. Make sure you put these on Facebook so you can sell them that way as well. So I'm going to show you over here. So this, whoops, a little crooked, sorry. So this is my sales for tonight. So you can see I've got all the envelopes here, and they are full of the jewelry that people have bought. So as they buy them, you know, if it's a new customer that is buying something, I will write their name on it and stick it in another box. This is the same thing. The box flaps have been cut off, and it's just a small box that I can put together real quick, and it's nice and it stands them up, so it's real easy. So my process is I package all my jewelry into the baggies. I do my live sale. I put them in the little envelopes when they buy them, and then when I'm done showing this piece, it goes over into this other box. So it's kind of like a little assembly line. It goes over here. So once my live sale is over, My process then is to go to my computer, look up the pictures of all of the pieces that I've shown, and post those in the album. So then I let people shop that album, and you can decide how long you want to let them shop. I tend to never have time, so my albums are still up from 2 months ago, but I don't tend to get a lot of sales from those. Eventually I'll get them into some color albums on my VIP group, but for now they're still in the albums. I've put those away, but these stay for a week, and then after I get sales on from the albums, it's really easy for me to come in here and pull right from these bags because those pieces have not been put away yet. Okay, so makes it really quick and easy for me. I know exactly where they're at. I don't have to go digging through all my color bins. And I'll show you how I have my bins set up too, so you can see. But for the live sale portion of it, that's what I do. So then, after I do the album, then I need to go back to my video, and what I do is I go back through my video and find all the numbers that people comment, and I write them down. So customer A, they bought number this, number that, number that, number that. I write it on a paper, I grab their folder or their envelope, and I go through it and I match up what I've written down. So that way I can verify that all the pieces that they bought are in their envelope, okay? If they're not, and say they bought something else later from the album, it's right here and I can grab it and stick it in there. So then I finish up the envelopes, making sure everybody's stuff is in there, and that's it. So after I close out the video, all these pieces that I've shown and that I've posted, I will take those, I will repackage everything. So for instance, this one I have 2 left. One is still in the package. One is the one that I showed. So I'll take that one and put it back in the package, because now these items are going to be filed away, and because they're going to stay on Facebook, they're going to be filed away in my color bins. And that way when when somebody else comes to shop the album, or once I move them into the color albums to stay on Facebook, they will be put away in my bins. I know some people like to take albums down and put them up, and take them down, put them up. That's a lot of work for me. I've got, I don't know, 1,500 pieces of jewelry on Facebook right now. It's way too many for me to take my albums down. So this works for me. It might work differently for you. You just have to kind of find what works best for you. But my process is, once they go, I put them in a bin labeled video items, and they stay there for a little while, for about a week or so, until I can go through them. Then if I have 6 of something, well, I don't want to put all 6, I don't want to leave all 6 on Facebook. I mean, clearly it hasn't sold. I might have sold 1 on the video, but I still have 6 of them left. I don't want to leave 6 sitting on Facebook forever. So I, at that point, will take maybe 4 or 5 even, and put them up on my boards, or put them in my paparazzi truck, or wherever. I've got different inventory in different places. So I take those multiples and I spread it out to my other inventories, and I might only leave 1 or maybe 2 on Facebook. So at that point, then they're still in a bin where it's easy for me to separate them, and then they stay in that bin to be filed into my color bins. And I'll kind of just pan the camera around so you can kind of see. Don't mind my messy room, because it is a mess. Let me tighten my little camera thing is getting loose. Okay, so you can see my bins. So this is my black bin, okay? I have my black rings in a bag. I have my black necklaces in here. These are all alphabetized believe it or not, I have a friend that helped me alphabetize everything. So when somebody wants something, it is so much easier to just come in here, go through and grab what I need. So before I was just throwing stuff in the bin and digging. I'd have to dig through everything to find one necklace or one ring. So my rings stay in a bag. Now black is different because black is a big color. So I actually have 2 black bins because I have way too much stuff. This is bracelets and earrings. Normally, if it's a smaller color, I don't like yellow. I don't sell a ton of yellow. I don't have a ton of yellow. It can all go in one bin usually, but black is in 2 bins because I've got a lot of it. So here's earrings. I have earrings all in a baggie. So they're nice and easy to just dig through the bag versus dig through the bin and dig through bracelets and everything else too, that, you know, I can find it easily. So this is another bag of bracelets. Now this is because I've got so many black bracelets, I separated them in another bag. This is bangle style of bracelets. The rest of these are, well, I actually do have another one. This is leather style. And then the rest is just open in the bin. So if it's not one of these 2 styles of bracelet, then I know it's just in the bin somewhere. So that's kind of how I keep my jewelry. You can see orange. Here's orange. I have bracelets, earrings, rings, and then necklaces. So it's all nicely organized now. It's really easy to find stuff. So after my video, that 1 or 2 pieces that I'm keeping on Facebook, I will file into the bin. So if it's a necklace and it's a black necklace, I would put it in this bin in alphabetical order. Or if it's a ring, I throw it in the little ring bag. And that's how I keep my stuff organized. And so it kind of goes brand new stuff, all goes to video first. Then it goes into, sorry, my light's like blinding. So it all goes into the bins in the end. And I do post daily or every other day. I try to do daily. I do post stuff on in my VIP group too, but I'm trying not to post my newest stuff that way. I'd rather show it on video first, then post it. So all my hostess rewards that I get, I will save those and post those on my VIP group on my wall. So that way people that don't like to shop in an album can still see stuff for sale. People that like to shop the albums will see the stuff that I've shown on video. People that don't like videos will have an album to shop. So you can kind of see I try to hit all styles of shoppers so that people aren't left out, you know, having to do this or that if it's not something they like to do. I know for me, I know a lot of people love the videos, and you know, I do my live videos, but for me as a shopper, I don't know that I don't have time to sit and watch a video, so I probably would rather go and just look through the album because I can do that at my leisure. So after my video, I post the album. Now the people that are like me can go shop at their leisure. So you can kind of see you're going to hit all styles of shoppers that way. So once they're done and I am processing orders, I'm going to show you kind of what I do for that. So I will invoice everybody. I invoice once a week. I know a lot of people are, you know, they say payment is due in 24 hours and then they ship right out. I like to give my shoppers all week long to shop, because that way they can save up and get free shipping. I offer free shipping after they buy 5 or more pieces. So that just gives them time to shop at their leisure as well and be able to pay for it. And I really don't have a lot of problems with people not paying, especially if they're, you know, there's always a few, but most of my regulars, they know I invoice on Mondays and they pay and then I ship out on Thursdays. So it works really well for me. I mean, whatever works for you, definitely that's what you want to do. So when I'm ready to process an order, I will invoice the person, they pay, I print out the invoice from PayPal. I invoice through PayPal. So you can see here's an invoice from PayPal. I print this out so that I can put this in with their envelope. This helps me keep track of my envelopes when I'm packaging. So I usually bring my laptop in here, and I have a picture of everything that, so customer A, I have a folder with everybody's picture, or not everybody's picture, a picture of every piece that customer A has bought. Makes it really easy for me because I keep files of all my pictures. What I have on Facebook, you know, whatever black stuff that I have a picture of every single piece of jewelry in here in a folder. When I sell that piece, a particular piece, I cut that picture out of the folder, paste it into customer A's customer folder. So it goes from that point to the customer's folder, and then now I know that piece is gone out of my bin. If I don't have a photo of that piece in the color album or color folder, I know I don't have it anymore. So it keeps me organized that way. So customer A, I have my laptop in here and I look up her folder and I know exactly what pieces she's buying, so I can fill her order super easy, really quick. And then, so as I grab their order, so I'm just going to take this person's order. What I do with their order is I take their invoice and their product. I open up every one of these outer bags and I throw those away. They're noisy, they're cumbersome, they're bulkier, so they're going to take more space up in your envelopes. I get rid of that. Besides the fact that you need to check your jewelry anyway to make sure that it's not broken. So when I open up a piece of jewelry, I'm going to make sure to take the little staple out of the sleeves. So let me grab this one. Okay, so we all know that they come with a staple in the bag. So with this necklace, I would take the staple out, check the necklace, make sure everything's okay with it, and then I ship it in the plastic sleeve that it comes in. So I just fold it right back up, and this is how I ship it. Now, with necklaces, I use, well, with any of the jewelry actually, this bubble wrap that comes with our orders is wonderful. So I use this to wrap my jewelry. Now I ship in bubble wrap, or not bubble wrap, bubble envelopes, but I don't want to risk having a broken piece and having to have stuff returned or refunded. So I take my precautions ahead of time, and I hardly ever have pieces that are broken or have to be returned. It doesn't happen very often. So like for instance, this piece I'll cut in half, and then super easy, I take my jewelry, I lay it in there. Just imagine this is cut in half there. So I take it, I lay it in there, and I just wrap it one time. So, and then I cut it off. So it just has that extra little bit of padding over it. And then and I usually put, 2, 3, 4, however much I can fit in there, and make it kind of an envelope within an envelope, so sort of. So I would basically have, I could fill this whole thing, tape on both ends, tape here, and it would be packed full of jewelry. Just gives that little extra little bit of protection. So then once I've done that, I will drop it in an envelope, and I'll show you the envelopes that I use. I have these cute little 6x9 envelopes. They're bubble mailers, so you can see they've got the bubble inside. Self-adhesive, which is nice. So when I sell a piece, say, I'm gonna have to fold it because it's a little big, but say I've got my jewelry all packaged up in this, I slide it right into the envelope, just like that. Okay, and then I take the invoice and I fold it backwards like this so that I can see their name. And I just, this is as I'm packing because I've got several to go out. So I slip it just in just a little bit like that, and I can see whose name is there. And then as I'm done with them, I leave them sitting on my table until I'm done with all of them. Okay, so that one would be just almost ready to go. So I have this size of envelope. I have this size of envelope, which I believe was a 9 by 12, 11, something like 9. I don't remember. I'll have to measure it. Anyway, I definitely actually could use one that's a little bit taller, which I may look for next time, just for those tall seed beads that you don't want to fold. But these are great for the longer pieces, or if you've got a bigger one that just doesn't fit in this, a bigger order. Because these can usually both ship first class. You have to be careful with the bigger one. The more you fit in here, the heavier it'll be, obviously. But if it doesn't ship first class, then you can use the flat rate envelope. This is also a bubble mailer, but you can see it's not quite as rigid as these. These are a little bit more rigid. These are not. So I definitely, again, will wrap all my jewelry before I put them in here. And then with this is one flat fee from the post office. It goes priority, but these I believe are like $6.80 or something like that, no matter how heavy. So if you've got a big order, and I mean I've had some big orders that have been barely able to shut this thing, they can go in this for the same amount of money because it does not matter how heavy these are. So that's really nice because these, you can only go up to 13 ounces for first class. So that's where this one would come in. Now, for those that have big orders, I've got a couple of bins up here that are full of orders for a couple people. They're not going to fit in here at all. There's no way those will fit. So my options would be the flat rate box. This one is a medium flat rate box. Most of the time, I can almost always fit those really big orders in one of these. These are like 12 something, I can't remember, $12 and something. But they are super heavy once I'm done because there's a lot of jewelry that'll fit in here. So this is my go-to for those really big orders that are, you know, a few $100 orders. I would not use this if it was less. If it can fit in the envelope, ship it in the envelope. You're going to save half the price. Now for those that are gigantic orders, you know, if you got a $400 or $500 order, then you're going to want to go with the large flat rate box. These are like $17, I think. You can fit a ton. Now, this one's kind of beat up, but I recycle my boxes. This is from a shipment I got. These are free at the post office also, so you can go and get these for free. These do not cost you anything. If you were to ship in a regular brown cardboard box, it's going to cost you more to ship because priority in a regular box, if it's really heavy, is a fortune. It's ridiculous. So flat rate is definitely the best way to go when you've got really heavy stuff. And this jewelry can get really heavy. I've filled these before and they are heavy. So that is what I use to ship with. Now, the flat rate envelope, these are not available at the post office, but you can order them for free on USPostalService.com, USPS.com. You can get these for free. Now, you can get this style at the post office, okay? But I wouldn't recommend mailing anything like jewelry and stuff in this. It is not padded. It is a flat rate envelope, but there's no padding whatsoever. Now you can create your own using that styrofoam, or not styrofoam, bubble wrap that we got with our packaging. But I would recommend just order these. You can order them 50, 100 at a time. I mean, they ship for free. It doesn't cost you a dime. So I would recommend using those over this. But if in a pinch, you can definitely get these at the post office for nothing. So it's another option. I don't use those for jewelry, but I do use them for other things. So that's what I ship in. I do use regular bubble wrap as well as this other kind if I run out of this, but that's typically how I ship. So then I have, let me grab it. I have a scale. Now you can use any kind of scale. This one is an electronic scale, which weighs down to the ounce. So you can see it's, you know, it's a little bit of an investment. They're not overly expensive. I think maybe 50 bucks or so, but they're great and you use it every day when you're shipping. So this is really great. If you can't get something like this, a food scale will work. They're not going to be quite as accurate, but you can still get to the ounces. I mean, it's definitely doable, and those are way, way, way less expensive. So those will work too. Now, I weigh my stuff. I print my labels. I do all of that at home. I do not go to the post office except to drop stuff off. The post office, when you are shipping something, your post office is going to charge you more than what it's going to cost online. So I do it all at home, and it's really, really easy. All you do is weigh your package. So this one would probably come back at actually probably an ounce, maybe 2 ounces. So you go into PayPal to print your shipping label. You type in when you invoice somebody, all their information is already in there. So all you have to do is go to print shipping label. You type in the weight and the way that you want to ship it. So this would be a first class 2 ounce. And then you hit calculate shipping and then print your shipping label. It's super easy. So then you print your shipping label, you cut it out to size, and tape it right on there, because you're going to print it on plain white paper. So you'll want to get a roll of packing tape like this. So once you print out your label, you just tape it on all 4 sides so that it's secure and it stays. It's very important. Make sure it stays. Then you're ready to go. And you don't have to step foot in the post office or wait in line at the post office or pay more money at the post office. So it's really beneficial to do this at home. And then you can also get priority mail stickers online. If I can get that glare. There we go. Priority mail stickers for boxes that aren't priority flat rate. You can get fragile stickers. These are all free at the post office, or on postoffice.com, I should say. You can't get these at the post office, but you can order them for free. So they supply you with everything you need. So then you just tape your label on. You stick this all the way down, of course. You know, if you want to throw in some little candies or little giveaway thing, something to say thank you, that's completely up to you. Whatever else you want to put in there, if you want to put a business card, or I like to put, for new customers, I like to put a thing that tells about becoming a consultant, and I include my business card in the first shipment. After that, I don't put anything but the invoice, because then you're just wasting paper, because they've already seen it the first time. If it's a return customer, then they already know. So you can insert whatever else you want, tape it on, seal it up, and you're done. Then all you have to do is do like me and get my husband to drop it off at the post office for me. And you don't have to pay anything. He just drops them right off. Or you can also schedule the post office to come and pick up your packages as well, and they'll do that for no charges as well. So it's really super easy to do all this stuff at home and not go and pay extra and fight the crowds at the post office. So that is all for shipping and packaging and doing my live sales. I think I have a video on how to do PayPal, so you'll want to check that out. Also, it should be on my YouTube channel if you are interested in learning how to invoice through PayPal. You can also invoice through Square, but I don't believe you can print labels through Square. I could be wrong. They may have added that now, but I know back when I started doing this, they didn't have the option to print labels. So that's kind of why I went with PayPal, and doing it online with PayPal is super easy anyway. So watch the PayPal video too. There is also a way, if you are shipping or invoicing through Square, you can still ship or print your labels through PayPal. So say somebody paid you through Square and you're wanting to ship or create their shipping label, you go to paypal.com/shipnow, and that will allow you to actually create a shipping label for anybody. It doesn't matter how they paid you, where your funds went. You can print a shipping label to anybody, and it will come out of your PayPal account. So you'll pay for the shipping that way. So there's still a way to do it online through Square too. It's just easier through PayPal, to me anyway. I use Square. I just use it when I'm selling out of my truck or I'm selling at an event. I use the little Square reader. But for anything online, any kind of online invoicing, I use PayPal. It's just easier for me. And I'm familiar with it, so I'm just more comfortable using it. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Leave me a message, contact me, and I will try to answer them for you. But I just wanted to share how I do my live sales and how I do my shipping. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Bye.